was maybe a bit excessive, but I did wanted to make absolutely sure that this time it will fucking work. Shut up, Disco, don't you dare annoy me. Now then, we're gonna do take 2 of yesterday's stream, basically, by trying to play some fucking WoW. Oh boy, have I been paranoid about this. But the game gave me so much trouble. I need to answer that later. I need to... Give me a second. I have a message sitting here. Yeah, I will answer that later. It should not be a problem. Very much so. Definitely need something to drink now, because my throat is already not working with me. Always a great start, isn't it? Now then. Which is working. That is good. YouTube is YouTubing. It's not necessarily all that good. And then we'll play some Chihuahua. And this time, hopefully, without the crashes. I can help a dream. Hope and dream indeed. And then tomorrow we're probably gonna play some more Mountain Blade. Because it is a rather fun game in its own subtle ways, so to speak. Oh, that looks good. Okay. And we're gonna change that around. I'm gonna reconnect because that thing just fucking kicked me out. And then I need some fucking music. Which I put... probably here. I can't really beat near music, honestly. Actually, before I do this, pretty sure this was running in the background last time too, wasn't it? Let's see. YouTube. Do you have maybe a complaint about that, YouTube? Surprisingly enough, no. Okay, that's rather satisfying in its own little way. Now then, I just need to open this and then we're gonna play you the game. First I'm gonna drink something because I'm being a bit thirsty. Now then, as you can maybe see, if you were very attentive, that is, I have managed to level up again. To level 39 at this point. I did this by doing the 2 quests that we wanted to actually do, you know, yesterday. And so I decided that since today is the last day we can play this, we're going to set ourselves a nice goal and we're getting ourselves ye old amount that we can end on a nice high achievement, basically. And then, well, that's probably gonna be it for a while. I'll actually tell you this 2 times, not just once, but twice. Once now at the beginning, once more later. Well, this will technically speaking be the last stream of WoW for a while, because I can't be fucked to pay Blizzard money, because they fucking don't deserve it from my point of view. That is just my opinion. The whole reason why we are actually able to play this is because the tech boy actually granted me some funds specifically for this. And that offer, by and large, is not limited to the tech boy. If you absolutely, necessarily feel the fucking need to watch me play WoW, you can. Give me someone once with all the monies, tell me specifically that you want to fucking see me play WoW, and I'll fucking do it. I will not make it a fucking main thing. I will not play just 1 month just WoW, mind you, so keep that in mind. But generally speaking, if you want precisely this game, I'm willing to cooperate. Yes. Let's say it like that. I think the 1 month still costs like 13 euros, so do think about that for a bit. It's quite the investment, honestly. Think about if that is absolutely worth your time, and if you decide that it is, then feel free to let me know. I'll be willing to do it. Just like we did now. So now that I have done the necessary part of explanation, we shall enjoy some running around. And since I've kind of gotten, not necessarily sick, but a bit too used to the Arasi Highlands soundtrack, I have decided that we're gonna listening to some Nier, and we'll change the music back to WoW music once we go to another area that has a good soundtrack. WoW actually has surprisingly many good soundtracks in it. Yes, there's good music in many places. Of course, to be fair, I think the one that most people will agree on to be one of the best is probably Northrend, honestly, and I'm still far away from that with my level 39 character. But to be fair, it has been an enjoyable journey so far. I'll say that much. Haven't had such a nice and relaxing experience in a while. That's actually what WoW, personally, I think, especially the older versions, excel at pretty well, because everything is a bit slower. Your progress is a lot slower. Your everything is basically a lot slower. I mean, you spend quite literally 40 fucking levels, which takes quite a while to achieve on foot, as you can see. No mount, no nothing. Which slows down your progress a lot. That alone does it. Then the fact that the whole balance with the monsters, the mobs in the world, generally speaking, is not as much in your favor as they later on did, so things do take time. And honestly, that ain't bad. Think about that for a bit, it's actually not bad. Gives you a nice, relaxed experience of just running through the world, doing simple things one by one. Now, to be fair, in our more than fast-paced modern world, surprisingly difficult to find enough time to appreciate that, because, well, you kind of want to progress, but old WoW is like, no. And then you're like, well, but I only have limited time to play, so that fucks me very much too. But I guess, matter of perspective at the end of the day. Generally speaking, if you play a fucking WoW like WoW with a limited time frame, gonna have to compromise a little bit, I'd say.
Okie dokie.
That's putting it nicely. God damn, that music is fucking great though. I should play more Nier again. I should do a whole nother playthrough through Nier. I'm pretty sure we haven't done one in a while.
Go with honor.
And he's like, let me do some magic. I love the raptor. She's like, I'm a happy again.
Strength.
Another quest done and over with. But yes, it is rather nice to have a clear-cut goal for once. Especially since we do want to make the best of the times we have. Give me a second. Oh, where there was it. Then I kinda decided to be an asshole for a second. Do I want the next quest yet?
For the whore.
Not too sure yet. We did pick up the Princess Trapped quest, so we should probably first and foremost get that out of the way. I can't tell that I haven't played in a while, considering how fucking much rested I am. Now that I look down there. That is going to help the process along.
Hey there.
I would personally say.
Later.
Yeah, not too interested in the next quest of foul magics. Bit of a bitch. Yeah, then we need to go into the mountains, kill some kobolds, and get some stuff from them, basically. Is what the objective is next. Shouldn't really be much of trouble. Technically speaking, the way I am leveling in Classic is that I how to put this. Basically what I'm trying to achieve is that I fight mostly green enemies during questing. That might seem a bit unintuitive at first because, well, you know, they give reduced XP, and, well, that would be a problem if I were to grind solely on XP from monsters. It's not really what I'm doing. I'm more or less making use of the fucking massive amounts of XP I can get from quests, plus the reduced amount I get from monsters, but it does mean that I can actually finish the quest relatively quickly and without much breaks, because they're weaker. Kind of the system. Would be a nice idea. Has worked surprisingly well, honestly, I think. To be fair, that's just my opinion, and well, depends a bit on your classes too. Technically speaking, as Warlock, that makes a bit more efficient use of his sphere, and I usually can't be bothered. And we literally fight mobs like 3 or 4 in a row without much trouble in between. That's around the point when he runs out of mana and has to either sit down or leech his own life, basically. You know, there are options. But then again, that's a hassle. That would mean I actually have to concentrate and focus on what I'm doing. And I don't want to do that, because I would rather like to just fucking relax. Game's surprisingly good for that. To be fair, to be fair. Slaying fucking kobolds. That's a mechanic. Humanoid monsters, when they're low on health, run away. A bit of an annoying mechanic, honestly. Excuse me. Seems my note wanted to remind me that he's still above bread. Jesus. Yeah. Well, that makes it absolutely obvious. I should probably drink something more before my throat decides to finalize its attempt on killing me. Yes, quite literally, the attempt on my life has left me quite scarred. So far as my lungs are concerned, it is. The good thing is, since we're doing this in a very nice and relaxed way, I can actually get away with taking my hands off the keyboard for a bit. Just let the cursors do the talking, basically. Well, and my wedge going pew pew pew. Better.
I'm out of range.
Not only is this pretty nice and relaxing on one end, also does remind me, oh well, it does give me a bit of a, you know, nice nostalgia flash, because this is basically how I did it the last time in Classic, I think. I mean, to be fair, it's been a while since I leveled anything in Classic. Obviously, because Classic is fucking old as sin at this point. But yeah, that's basically what I did. The Warlock class really grew on me. Pretty sure I already regaled you with the tale of why that came to be. And why the pet class became the thing. Everything else kind of fell under. Especially, mind you, healers. I'll never in my life gonna touch one of those again. Don't get me wrong, I was tempted at one point. I don't even know when that was. A lot more recent than Classic, mind you, but at some point I was like, no, Paladin does seem rather tempting, and I can't see myself trying that even in a heal capacity. And then I remembered the past, and I was like, no, you know what? I'm not going to fucking bother with that. Too much trouble. Let's just stay dealing fucking damage. It's easy enough to do. For most classes. Good damn it though. The music does make me want to play some more Nier. Well, maybe in time. Maybe I'll actually do a special long stream once I get some off time with that. Kinda worth it. Ideally I would play some Nier Gestalt, but Automata's combat system is just that much better. If they could actually combine that, that would be amazing. Combine Automata's nice combat system with Gestalt's story. That would be pleasant. Very pleasant even. Yes, yes, yes. But alas, don't have everything, I suppose. Not in killing random little things. To be fair, those modes don't really have the best drop rate I've ever seen in my fucking life. But, well. You know what they say, it is what it is. That too has actually been quite the change in tone over the years. Before I started this, since yesterday we had so much trouble with the game just randomly crashing whenever the fuck it pleased it. I did do some trial run. Played for like 20 minutes just to see if the game would continue to crash, basically. And of course, you know, as it is, when you're randomly around in the world and slay things, you sometimes meet other people who are like, hey, want some help? I was like, sure, sounds good. You're a druid, you can heal, sounds nice. And so we made up the group, and you know, I was nicely reminded how impractical that was in fucking classic times, because there's no shared loot, not even for quest items. Which means, since we both needed the hearts of the raptors, basically we would kill a raptor, either one of us would get the loot, and well, that then only has a very small chance to actually get you a fucking heart, because, you know, the drop rates being shitty and all that. So, well, we had a lot of time to talk, let's just say, because 12 fucking hearts times 2 takes quite a while to collect that sort of system. It's highly impractical. It feels kind of like they want to basically keep you away from forming groups for questing purposes. Because it's just impractical, honestly. It did work out though, to be fair. When we got it done. Actually surprisingly quickly, all things considered. As I said, I was like on for like 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. So I was actually expecting to sit there a lot longer for that particular quest. To be fair, mostly because I remember the drop rate for most of the raptor things here, beat the eyes or the hearts, being fucking abysmal, to put it mildly. But hey, either they changed that up. I mean, could be that they, you know, upped it a little bit at least, or maybe just lucky, or maybe just unlucky in the past. I do remember hearing that from a lot of people actually, that the raptory, the drop rates were not even just kinda, but really, really, really shitty. You know, I don't think that was just me being unlucky. But who knows? Who knows indeed? Maybe just a lot of people being unlucky at the same time. That would be one hell of a quinky dink. Ah, well. I don't know. How many do we have? 6? That's good. Actually, it gives me a nice opportunity to take a look. Where are we with that? Almost at 2-5. That's actually not bad. Quite a successful journey we have when it comes to professions. Not bad at all. And what you could do here, because actually there are ways you can go deeper into the mountains, which you can do. I have a bit of a problem with that usually, because I have a tendency to get trapped when I want to go back. Fucking kobolds. I don't really feel like fucking dying to them. You can't. You can cast that, yeah. Believe you me, I tell you.
Too far away.
When I tell you you can, you can. Believe you me.
Closer.
No. Let the succubus get some fun in. She just likes whipping people. She was like, well, once my tenure with you is over, Master, I'm gonna become a domina. Because, well, you know, pays better. Which probably is a fair point. I don't think I pay her more than just, you know, a soul shot every now and then. That's probably not gonna feed the kids. Not for long, at least. That's a novel concept. Succubus children. How the fuck would that work out even? Probably not really, because, you know, demons that don't necessarily need to have a childhood. But I do find the idea rather cute. A mini succubus. I have to look that up. I'm sure there are some pictures with cute little ones. Just looking adorably and you're like, ah yes, this is a future eater of your souls in the making. Imagine being a father of that. I can see many amusing situations. Alright, that we should totally have a manga about that. It could be heartwarming. Which would completely break with the first version people would probably have going off the word succubus. I'm a vessel now. Well, congratulations! Also, hello there, Kronos. Look at that, WoW is working again. It is not crashing every 5 minutes. I'm kinda happy. And tomorrow, since this is the last day I can play, I'm gonna play some more Mountain Blade. Might do a new start. Now that I have remembered how to play the game, I can probably skip the tutorial. And then I can go on a larger journey. To make an actual good army. You know, take those peasants and really put them through the ringer to make them into something a bit more useful. Which would require me to actually remember how to do this right. I think I need a lot more leadership to get more people. Oh, hello there, strategy. Everybody comes along at once. But how are you two? Playing Mountain Blade, I can tell from the Kronos. How about you, strategy? Still on the warpath? Oh, better not go to another update. Woohoo! Honestly, completely failing is that just by fucking killing some fucking raiders, you can get some decent loot that you can sell for like thousands of gold pieces at a time. That's really hard to fucking outright lose, monetary-wise. Shut it just down. I'm probably gonna do a bit more with it, honestly, now that it's 1.0. Even if it's just so I can sit there and bitch about why the fucks I would claim this is actually a finished product when it is clearly not. Might be a bit unfair, yes, but, you know, they had all the time in the world. And if you are bold enough to go like, yes, this is a finished product, then you will be judged on that particular metric as well. That's not good for me, is it? Could be a pain in the ass to collect. Yeah, that too. You can actually just get many units with fucking maces. Get some people. I mean, you can always sell them as slaves, basically. Not ideal, but you can. And depending on who you actually manage to get your hands on, some people who can be ransomed. But honestly, just get a few horses, so you can carry some things at the least. And then just kill raiders, like 3-4 groups, until you're full. You can get on average like 1,500, 2,000 gold out of a full one. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be in the game at this point. And now that you can do it in Warband, obviously, but that would have been Bannerlord at this point. I was promised that, if memory serves. Ah shit, I need to go all the way over there, don't I? Let me quickly Google that, because that would be another point I would be complaining about, because that is something that should be in. Actually. Bannerlord, slave. Wait. How to sell and recruit slaves. Slaves and Bannerlord can be sold and thus be source of income. Furry soldiers, and how do I sell them? Is this Bannerlord ready to make money? Yes, it should be. Blah blah blah. How to sell slaves. Selling slaves around is very simple. You do it at a tavern found in every town. You have to go inside. Transfer prisoners. Okay. It's a bit unintuitive, but apparently you still can fucking sell your slaves. Really doesn't like the idea that that would work with every tavern. I think you should actually be in the right empire for that, in order to sell your slaves, but okay. Well, yes, you know, it's not like in the world of, what? Oh, hello, little Terry. It's not like in the world of, whatever the fuck the world is called, I forgot its name. Slaving is that popular. I do remember that one Southern nation going like, yes, slaving is pretty awesome, and we love slaves, and we trade slaves, because that's what we do. But that's not true for everyone. Not true for every nation. What how am I doing? Not bad. I'm still kinda feeling my throat being a bit fucked, but meh. That's not gonna change now, is it? Apart from that, we're gonna try to get to level 40 now. Because, well, today's technically speaking the last day I can play this. And after yesterday's debacle. The fuck is the entrance in the mountains? For fuck's sake, I hate it when I have to look things that fucking manually. Just get yourself some slaves and get yourself some money. Or just do it like me. Kill everybody, take their stuff and sell it. Works just as well, honestly. It's a lot easier because you don't have to look for somebody to actually sell to. Oh, but I'm gonna be polite about it, ransom it. God fucking damn it, game. Where is the entrance in the fucking mountains? Why do you need to be complicated about this? Why do you? Why do you indeed, game? Well. Admit, it's not really that difficult to get decent amounts of money in fucking Monoblade. Never was, never will be. You have ample opportunity. Usually. Well, would be an option. I mean, you do have that option, don't you? You can't just go in there and go like, you know, our people dead or captured. Your stuff mine. Your castle mine. Go fuck yourself. An option. You can conquer. Although usually considering that taking land from a big fucking country comes with more problems than it's worth it, honestly. I'd rather join a bigger nation yourself, wait for them to conquer and give you stuff for free. Because let's be honest here, you're gonna get fucked otherwise. There's some real big armies around. Hey, where the fuck is the entrance in the mountains? I'm not stupid, I know there is one. How I fucking hate it when a game has that. It looks promising. Shut up, Succubus. I know you're laughing at me. Taking that fucking long to find the entrance. Well, everything you belong. Your belongings is now mine. Since we all know in the Middle Ages, you know, women and stuff also belong to the category of belongings. Like, yeah, all your stuff, mine now. Go through yourself, most royally. Well, I mean, that's... Things don't... Well, that's not completely bad. Things do break on their own sometimes, if they are old and decrepit. Yes. But things don't fix themselves. Yes, that's not how that works. I think Terry has problems with his Grafiku Cartu. It was like not working. Everything was not working, then it was working, and then... Well, happens what happens. I'm pretty sure I told you to buy yourself at least a cheap new graphics card, because, well, that's probably a better solution. I mean, not unless you... Yeah, but not so much talking about software here, more about hardware. Hardware, of course, has a certain amount of time that is supposed to be working and, well, healthy, living. But after that, no guarantees, basically. They're dropping in price fucking steep. You can get one pretty damn cheap these days. At least compared to the worst of the crypto nonsense going on, so... If your graphic cards is going to get fucked, better do it now than do it like a year or two ago, because Jesus Christ. I actually needed a new graphic cards during that time. And honestly, if not for quite a bit of generous help from the tech boy, I'd be screaming bloody murder. Still. Because the prices, Jesus Christ, the prices, man. I'm relatively sure even a 3D printer can break. And will break in time. So you know, Knight is a sword experiment, but that's like the Ship of Theseus sword experiment. God damn it, how many fucking goblins? Goblins. Kobolds. Excuse me, you fucking creatures of little to no value. Go fuck yourself. How many of you fucktards do I have to kill before I can get some nice peace and quiet here? Yeah, the Ship of Theseus though. That's a nice socket experiment, which proves once and for all that philosophers have far too much time on their hand. And indulge that time very, very, very much so. Now, last billboard. Yes, but as I said, you know, it's nice, but it's just a sword experiment. Realistically speaking, it's not. In reality, things are not as philosophers would want them, because, well, they think things are boring. They follow certain patterns. Okay, killed more. See, that's why I like to fight enemies that are actually just green, because otherwise this would have ended with me dying and having to run back here. Corpse runs are not that fucking fun, are they? Ah. No, 3D printers. Pretty cool things. Honestly, if I had spare money, which, to be fair, quite a bit of spare money, considering the cost, I would get one, just for the loads of it, honestly. Because I want to play around with it. Ah. I could print so many nice little waifus, couldn't I? Ah, you should never give me such power. I would misuse it and abuse it. Oh, so fucking hard. Although that's not the only thing I would print. There are many things I would like to print. I would abuse the opportunity to make use of a 3D printer. Like shit. Because there are many, many, many things I would enjoy printing. Ah, oh well. Including, of course, many figures of many a waifu. Which probably is going to be a lot of trouble to do, but it'll be worth it. Now then. I mean, what were you expecting I would do? Do you really think I wouldn't use the opportunity? Do you really think I wouldn't indulge myself? Come on, you know me better than that. Somebody who goes out of their way to actually add waifus where there are none supposed to be into games. Or have other people do it for him if it becomes too complicated to fucking mod a thing. But there is options for it. Let's just say, yeah. Now that thing is probably gonna be up there, isn't it? I mean, I'm not really so dedicated that I would call myself an otaku, honestly. It would require a lot more dedication, in my opinion, than I'm willing to give it. Just another hobby, basically. Well, that is because of the people I grew up with now, isn't it? To put it very mildly. a nice person to introduce me to the Animu and the Mangu, and then, well, rest, as they say, is history. Means I grew up with the good shit. Not the modern bullshit. God bless that. Actually, I'm not the only one in this age who is into it. A Lerman, think about that. Not that much. Actually, is he younger than me? I don't know. Around my age, let's say. He too enjoys a good amount of animu every now and then. Heck, I was around when... What was that? I think when the second or third spin-off of Evangelion came out. Steel Maiden. That was great. Pretty sure I still have the manga around somewhere. Actually, could actually be that that one is actually up here on my shelf. You know, there are many older, interested gentlemen, let's just say. We've been around. Long. Very long. It was actually a great time, honestly, because during the end of the 90s, there were a few TV stations who, oh, that's a good idea, I should drink something, who actually experimented, let's just say, with, Jesus, that's a lot of drinks I have to... I mean, I still have a lot in there, so that's probably not bad. Who experimented with that, and there were whole fucking nights of anime getting sent from basically 12 to 6 in the morning. Bit of a bad time slot, but then again, you know, not the most popular anyway, so they kind of experimented with that. But the good thing about that was, or the cool thing about that rather was, these people had no idea how to differentiate between, you know, your good old anime and some fucking hentai shit. So, you got a very wild catalog, which is kind of fun. Basically, we had stuff like 3 episodes of Slayers in a row. Pretty cool. And then they go over to... what would be a good example of a good movie here? Yeah, Midnight Panzer. That would be a good example of a movie they put in there. I remember that. It was always such a nice surprise package. Like 6 hours just mixed. You never knew what would come next. It wasn't that often, but damn was that fucking funny sometimes. Good times. Those were the days when things were still good. 25. You still have your life ahead of you. It brings a tear to my eye. Yeah, this was basically a very experimental stage because basically they had to do all the works, technically speaking, including, mind you, you know, subtitles weren't really a thing, so most of those were actually voiced in German. That really... there were some hits and some misses, let's just say. Jesus Christ. The very fact that you could actually get away with stuff like that back then, I don't even know who is responsible for that, a program editor or some asshole, but whoever was getting away with that had a lot of fun with that. I mean, seriously, you just sit there, you watch like 3 episodes of Slayers, having fun because, you know, Slayer, pretty awesome series, honestly, can recommend that one. And suddenly a very, very sudden tone change when you suddenly watch Midnight Panzer and you're like, a lot more sex and violence here. Jesus. I do remember that many TV stations actually experimented with that for a bit in the early 2000s. I remember that MTV at some point gave you Cowboy Bebop and stuff like that. And another music channel did stuff like Agent Aika, I remember. And that's ancient. That's ancient. Quite fun though. Quite fun times to be alive. But sadly, nobody does that any longer. Especially the hentai part, nobody does that any longer. I can tell you that much. Such a waste of a good time slot. Good times. Good times. Though to be fair, the selection of actual physical goods you could get back in the day were not that great. Well, pretty hard to get your hands on good shit. Yeah, if you weren't lucky enough to know a specialized shop for that, that is, which I do, so that helped a lot. Yeah, that shop owner was a real maniac. That was honestly a real Otaku. He was so fucking into it. Quite literally made it his business. It wasn't the most successful business, mind you, and I'm pretty sure he had to have some nice help, financially speaking, to keep that going, because, boy, there was not much action in that shop. But still, I was kind of grateful for that once I got into it. It's like, yes, all the good stuff. All the good stuff indeed. Those were the days of yonder. And things were still very different. Now then. Yeah, take your fucking modes. Ugh, pain in the ass. See, this is one hell of an assholishly long quest chain. Well, not really, to be fair. More annoying than long. And it does have a nice twist at the end though, which honestly kinda really nicely showcases how stupid it is to just go along with the fucking quest system every single time. Because it makes you into a fucking drone. It does not think about the consequences of what they're doing. Somebody did that was like, yeah, let's teach those fucking cuntish players a lesson, shall we? Which gives you another quest to actually make right what you have done wrong. Kinda neato. And now if we actually finish this one too, to be fair. It does take a while to get shit done, you know. I do kinda feel the need to get into an area with maybe a bit better music again, so we're probably gonna change the area again, so we can actually listen to some soundtrack for Ye Grande last day of playing it. Because literally the subscription runs out in hours, basically. Am I not gonna come back? At least not in the near future, I don't think. Mostly because, well, I'm not gonna pay for that, and so as long as nobody pays for it, I ain't gonna play. Or ain't. I mean, technically I could play. There are private servers and shit. Just don't feel the need to set it up because it's a fucking pain in the ass. But you could potentially play. Yes, yes. Actually, quite some popular ones around, memory servers. Back in the day. Some popular private servers. But I'm pretty sure most of those died at this point. Blizzard isn't really known for being nice, sharing and caring about people who are, you know, wanna play their games for free. For some mystical reason. Now then, time to drink some more. And probably light the pipe. Not bad. What was that other one called? I'm stuck with a certain picture of a hentai in my head now, and I can't remember for the love of God the name. Which is going to bother me now the whole fucking evening. Which I would rather like to avoid, to be fair. I need to go back to the fucking outpost anyway. I'm just gonna quickly Google that. Shouldn't be that hard to Google, honestly. I have a distinct idea that I can find that relatively quickly. Of course, I can't do that. Well, what can you do? Still cherry. Still a good choice. Cherry in the air. Da-da-da-dum. Going to it's not really a waste to kill them. It does give me XP. But technically speaking, not a waste of time. No, someone go into this fucking mountain range again, so that I can once again forget where the entrance is. Until the very far-fetched future when I come back and I have to look for it again, and want to curse most heartedly again about not finding it. I know how the story goes. But we can finally stop eating moss and we can finally start eating some cheese. Improvements, gentlemen. Improvements indeed. Even an unit is like, yeah, you know, eating moss all day, that's really not gonna fly. Tasty. Yeah, screw you. I am done with you people. Your kind is not wanted here any longer. Thanks, asshole. Ah. Now the high time to bring some order to this. You belong in the bank actually, but well, you are not in the bank, so screw me, I suppose. Do I have anything else? Yeah, silk. More silk. Always good to have more silk. I don't think I'm gonna even try to sell this because, let's be honest, yeah, its server's pretty dead. I don't think there's gonna be enough in the fucking auction house to make that interesting. Never gonna use that anyway, because I won't forget about it. Let's take a look here. Yikes, that kinda sucks. It's probably 2007, that's kinda neat. Okay, can't really store that anywhere. I do need to take a little trip to our city to put some things in the bank. I can tell, I can tell.
Speak, friend.
What is going on? I'm going to quickly do the googling. Now, where would be a good hint site where I can find that? I'm pretty sure I have a site for that somewhere saved. Somewhere. Where though? It's pretty damn old. I guess if I go by old. See, that's a nice comprehensive list. Pretty sure I'm gonna remember the title as soon as I fucking read it. Although I will probably refrain from showing you. You know, I can safely assume that the images would probably not do well with either YouTube or Twitch. For some mystical reason I have a distinct feeling. It's not it, it's not it, it's not it, it's not it. I mean, come on. There it is. Orchid emblem. Ah, see, my memory's pretty good. I remember that was there too. That was shown too at some point. I think right after an episode of El Hazard or something. El Hazard. That too was kind of fun. Old though. Very old. Actually, was I at the trainer recently? Don't think so. I might actually stop by the trainer a bit and see if there's anything useful to get. Still so much shit in my inventory. I think we're gonna go into the jungle up again for a bit. That's probably a good place. Also has pretty nice music. We can listen to some wild music while we finish things up most profoundly. Almost have that finished too. This one was gonna take a while longer. Ugh, pain in the ass. I mean, I guess we could quickly stop by and do some of that if we have enough silk in the bank. Because I don't think I have enough silk with me. I only have like 20... a few. It's not bad. It only ends up with like 9 fucking bowls. It's not much. How have you been sick so long? Well, because I get sick like once every fucking few years. And when I get sick, I stay sick for a while. Which makes working quite a drag, honestly. Because I've only been written up as sick for like a week. That's over. So this week I had to do shit again. What can you do? And if it doesn't get any better, I'm going to go to the doctor again. He did tell me to come back if it doesn't get better. I do have some pain in the left side of my chest at this point, which is probably something that the doctor should take a look at. I'm a bit adverse to going to the doctor though. Always have been. The influence of the old generation. Like what doesn't kill you, might not make you stronger, but it won't kill you, so just suck it up basically. That does seem to warrant at least a small visit. Well.
What do you require?
Require lots of things. Actually. Okay, we're gonna make some more fucking bowls of that. It's not gonna be much. Sadly. Yeah, you too, little Terry. Do take care of your PC. PCs are great. Honestly, I'd be kinda screwed without mine. I wouldn't be able to do shit all. It was even worse in the past now that I think about it, because in the past this nice little PC here and its predecessor and its ancestors were very much vital, so to speak, in keeping the business running. There's a lot of shit you need to do. Create all. Then we can create two. Then we put him in here, because we don't actually have enough. Now we're gonna quickly take a nice little walk over to the fucking... on the absolutely wrong side, but well, what does it matter? And we're quickly gonna take a visit to the trainer, get some skills. But yeah, sickness. I have an interesting relationship with being sick. It doesn't really haunt me that often, but when it does, it usually haunts me with a passion that is not healthy. Sadly enough. Which means that every few years or so, I get sick for like 2, 3, 4 weeks in a fucking row, which is really not fun, but alas, what can you do? It is what it is.
What is it?
Then it's good again. Then I usually don't see it again for a long, long while. God bless that, because fuck that. Being sick sucks. Technically, I mean, imagine that, you know, usually my greatest problem with playing games is time, because I really don't have the time to play nearly as much as I wanted to. And when I'm sick, when I'm actually at home, I have all the time in the world. I could play so many fucking games, and I can't because I'm fucking suffering. That fucking sucks. Which makes it really tempting to just take some painkillers and play games anyway, but that just makes you being sick even fucking longer, which is really not a good option, but god fucking damn it.
Watch your back.
Well, I mean, to be fair, at the very least, I'm not suffering too many nasty headaches any longer, so I had gotten some extra playtime last week, which was kinda neat. And since I have been a good little bitch for my work, you know, going like, yes, massa, sure, massa, I'll just gonna do it, massa. They're like, if you're not feeling well, you know, I've been doing good so far. You can potentially, you know.
Hello.
Take a break. You don't need to overwork yourself to death.
Doc lady, watch over you.
I don't like that any longer. I was like, okay, but kinda need to. Where the fuck was my skills for my pets? Now can I see them? I would need to summon a pet for that, wouldn't I? I mean, the only two pets I'm really going to invest in grimoires is the imp. Anyway, so Blood Pact rank 3.
And you are.
Blood Pact rank 4. And that's it.
Embrace the shadow.
Embrace yourself. Fire shield rank 2.
I'm listening.
Fire shield rank 3.
Goodbye.
Firebolt 4.
What is it?
So I'm pretty sure I saw 5 already. Yes. I don't think I can get 6 and 7 yet. Yeah.
Do not seek death.
And phase shift doesn't have ranks anyway. So teach the little fucking imp the things. So that he gets ever stronger. Yes.
Be quick about your business.
Now I'm not going to invest into anything for the fucking Void Walker because the Void Walker sucks ass. At least back then he did. And I'm not gonna willingly invest into that and waste my fucking money on that. The Succubus does have a bit of a right to that because she's a pretty nice damage dealer. And, well, the Fell Hunter. I never got warm with the Fell Hunter, basically. Because technically he just has very, very, very limited
Now
usages.
trust no one.
Well, Lash of
I
Pain,
haven't got
rank
all
2.
day.
Oh, Lash of Pain. Rank 3.
Do not seek death.
Seduction doesn't have one. Soothing Kiss.
What do you require?
Oh. Rank 1. Rank 2. Yes, Seduction. I mean, that's not really useful because I'm not gonna allow her to fucking use invisibility, but I'm still gonna teach her.
Trust no
I'm just
one.
that nice of a master, basically. See, I take care of my pets. Now, I'm not gonna allow you to fucking cast invisibility on you. Technically she can, but it's a waste of mana, honestly. What's that?
Farewell.
Okay, I'm just gonna take it with me. Now, I need to think about this a bit. Because we don't really want to get all of them, honestly. Because of weakness. I've skipped this for so long, I don't think I'm gonna get it yet. It's not worth it. Drain Soul, 2nd rank. Not really worth it. Worth it because of recklessness, not really because of the elements. That's more useful for raiding, honestly. Corruption, the next rank, though. That's probably a good idea. Yeah, it's one of my main spells, so it's probably not a bad idea. Life Tap, good idea. Curse of Agony, pretty good idea. Another Drain Life, good idea. Siphon Life, rank 2, that's probably also a very good idea to have. Health Funnel, not really something useful. That too is not really useful. Mm-hmm. Shadow Ward. I mean, kinda no. New Healthstone. That's a good idea. Spellstone, what was that again? Effects from the cast and looks up fun magic damage. Yeah. Art really doesn't really get me going. I guess we can take that one too.
Dabu.
Okay, now then, corruption, rank 4. But we can finally do a bit more damage again. Drain life. Yeah, it's already doing 2, isn't it? Just life tap. Rank 4. Siphon life, rank 2. Get all of the shit done. But that's the bigger one, isn't it? 500. Yeah, that's the big one. Okay, demon skin is the useless one, isn't it? And demon armor is the good one. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, which was summoning, all of my little summons, destruction, emulate rank 4, already had it in there, okay. And Chillbolt. You really only use that very, 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 very rarely.
What is it?
It's one for the Incubus, and I'm not gonna fucking get that one because fuck me sideways, I'm not gonna get a fucking Incubus. And where's my music? Why has it taken a break? Ah, Nier. At some point, I swear to God, we're gonna do a nice long stream of Nier. Again. Probably Nier Automata because just, you know, mainly because the combat system is just that much more bearable. Interesting. It's just outright better. Although Niergestalt has the better story, there's no a real comparison there. Of course, ideally we would combine this then and make really, really great shit, but sadly, not an option. Otherwise, I would be very, very, very much pleased. Now, we're gonna go into the jungle. Might just have some, I don't know, some Viet Cong or something to slay. Oops. Yes, never stay too close to that. That can hurt a lot. Do horrible things. How much actually do we siphon now? 23 health. For every Z seconds times 10, which is 230 health. Okay. It's not much. When you think about it, that's it's really not much, but every bit helps. Actually, I still have talent points, don't I? Shadow Mastery is the next one I wanted to get, isn't it? When is damage dealt, life drained by your shadow spells by 10%. Yeah, that is the one I wanted to get. As I said, every bit helps, and 10% more is 10% more in damage and life drained. It's mana return. Oh yeah, that one. It's part of the whole reason why I got on this fucking tree. It was Dark Pact. Very nice spell when you think about it. Because technically speaking, your pet is not going to use much of its mana. Normally. I mean, look at this. She has been like 4 fucking abilities at this point. Of which I'm basically wanting her to use 1. Sometimes. And even that is basically just a bonus. Because it enhances her damage, which is kind of neato. But if I can turn her mana into my mana, that is a lot more useful for me. Because I do a lot more damage than her. Now then, into the jungle we go. And then once we're done with that, we have to, well, actually get our mount. Which, if they haven't changed anything, is actually the most lenient of the quests you can get.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, Grogwall.
Be good.
Because all you basically have to do is take on the quest, go to Ratchet and be like, hey, I want to learn this, and they're like, sure, here. Egg mount. Very much different from the epic mount. You want to get that. That quest line is, ooh, that's painful. It's really fucking painful. Yeah, excuse me. Ah, I don't mean that. Materials alone would be a pain in the ass to get. That's not the worst of it. Some parts of these quests can only be done in a group. Because, well, literally, you are so outmatched, you can't do this alone. And since it is basically level 60 quest, you can't just out-level it and come back later. Which is part of the reason why many Warlock never actually got the epic mount and just got a normal epic mount through, you know, paying. Quite a status symbol. Ah. And then you have Modern Warfare. You just get everything just pushed into you. You just reach the level, I think 40 is it, when you get epic riding mounts. And you just get it. And you're sitting there like, yay, this is not satisfying at all. And don't get me wrong, I never finished that particular questline, so it's not like I'm going to be sitting here and going like, yes, please give me precisely that questline, because that's a fucking pain in the ass. Although, to be fair, nowadays, when you can level up a lot further than that, at level 60, you can out-level it, so, you know, you have options. Yeah. Now then, now we can actually put on some music again. Seems rather fitting, doesn't it? From mystic reason, yes. Now then, we're gonna do this now. While we're here, we're gonna probably pick up a few more quests too. Really fill up and then do shit. Guess we need to, oops, wrong button. You go away, and we're going to put you away. And we're gonna see what quests we have here.
Sub-sub.
Kill 15 Nashtail Raptors. Probably not a bad idea, because we can basically do this around. It's like a pain in the ass. I'm not interested, no, at all.
What you want?
Get something. Something that's. Yeah, it's something, you know.
Be careful. Who you be?
And bring a tablet charge.
See ya later.
That too is probably something we can do. Now we need to do. Because I think the Raptor Mastery also has me kill Nashtail Raptors. Yes. See? That's what we call division leveling. But we kill them for one quest and we kill them for the other quest. In the end, we just chuck sheet in that whole questing. And luckily enough, well, level-wise, still a bit ahead of him. But we shouldn't really have much trouble. Oh yeah, I forgot. These cans usually come in twos, don't they?
That's still recharging.
That's the sort of nonsense I really don't like. But alas. What can you do? Now then, let me skin your skinny little asses. Now then, you tank that for me. Well, I stand back and do some damage. A bit of a nasty trick, that one, but I mean, you know how it works. Okay, I hate enemies who can do that. For good reason. Interrupts my step bells. That is not very nice of them. Not nice at all. Quite frankly. And we do next, once we're done with them, we're gonna do the Tiger Mastery probably. No, look at that. Well, that's very nice of you to offer, but I don't care. Literally. You know, if it sounds like a bot, if it acts like a bot, we should probably treat it like a bot, shouldn't we? Why not? Why not? Let's look at that. Go away. Bep. Better. Now everything is nice and clean again.
I'm out of range.
Now let's see, will I actually call 2 of them? Nope, not this time. That is better. I don't need to worry about the young ones. The young ones are not what we're hunting. We're hunting the big ones, of course. Not surprising at all. But yes. If you time it nicely, like we just did, and then we can do 2 things at once. Which saves us a lot of trouble. Yeah, I would rather like to fight them one-on-one though, if I can. It saves me, in the long run, a bit more time. Stop resisting. My spells are not to be resisted. That is not acceptable. When they do that. Such annoying abilities. Mördermost foul. Of all of the wildlife. Yes. Hemingway would be proud of us. Are you alone? You seem to be alone. Shame if something were to happen to you, wouldn't it be, little lash-tail raptor? When you're out in the woods, alone. Up there, yeah, already tiger area. Hey, that's a good thing. Most of the things are relatively close by here, so you can have a relatively efficient way forward. I thought you would believe, but then again, you will strangle some fucking whale, and back in the day, this was a ground for open world PvP. Which means you got ganked on average like every fucking 10 minutes or so. If you were lucky. And you hadn't somebody just randomly fucking deciding that he hates you in particular and starts fucking following you around and murdering you whenever the fuck they can. Ah, good times. Painful times. Which means, well, this area on one hand is a very nice quest area, where you can actually get things done. It's also the sort of area where you really didn't want to level. Because you would get fucking ganked all over the fucking place. Many, many a time. But hey, all part of the game. Although to be fair, I did curse rather much whenever I had to visit this area. Way back when. But technically speaking, the fact that the server is so fucking dead, even not on a PvP server, is actually quite helpful in this particular regard. Alas, it were a different time back then, to be fair.
Too far away.
Yeah, the giant hassle. mind you. But well, then be the days. Then be the days indeed. Two quests I'm kind of worried about though. Do I actually have that one? There it is. Because those are elite quests. They are at this moment green elite quests, so we might be able to do it, but it is gonna be a drain on our time, honestly. Because that's out here, you see. I mean, as long as it's favorable, we do have a bit of an advantage as a warlock. Because if it's one elite mob and you can keep it feared, and there's not much around that it can drag towards you, you can deal with shit, but pain in the ass is basically the best way to describe it still. We'll have to take a look at it. I kind of pick up those quests because I do know that I can get them done in this area too, but I would say they are not necessarily a must for us. I mean, this is classic. The last few levels, if you're not willing to really go out of your way for the questing, you'll have to do grinding anyway. Which means usually grinding in silices and stuff like that, which is... It is one of the more painful experiences. Because the game is really set up in a very, very strict way, basically. There's just enough quests in it to give you a necessary boost to get to max level, technically speaking. But that requires even more fucking roundabout traveling than what I do when I fucking try to quest. So usually you end up at like level 57, 58 if you're lucky and you've done really well with the whole fucking leveling process. And then you'll just have to fucking grind. Which, mind you, quite a slow process is at that high level. That requires some patience on your part. And again, most people have probably gone through that. Because, you know, kinda unavoidable. Way back when. In that regard, Blizzard has done a lot better. Filling out their world a bit more, with a lot more in the way of quests, and quests are not necessarily as strictly tied to one another as they are back here. Because, you know, many quests actually have requisites that you need to match, usually other quests you have to get done before, and it's not really openly obvious which quests those are, which can be really confusing if you get to a new area and you can't get any of the quests to start because you missed some random fucking quest you should have done in another area long before. It was a bit of a hassle like that, but it also made people very, very, very much active when it comes to writing lists up of how to do that. Right. What quests to look for specifically, when to do them. Quite active, I see. So now, when somebody figured out which quest to do, they would share. Luckily enough, because otherwise that struggle be real, be very real. And really annoying. Okay, we're gonna kill the last few of the fucking tigers, and then we're gonna go into the water and see how that works out for us. I'd say we'll give it a nice try, see if we can get away with it, and well, hopefully we can. And we'll go probably do some headhunting, quite literally, because we need those shrunken head nonsense that's up in those ruins we were in already. And at that point we can probably go back to Hemingway and go like, yeah, we did another of the mastery quests. I think this is the last of the normal ones, because after that you get the quest to kill the named ones, if memory serves. Because I think, yeah, the elder, at least for the tigers, it's the last one. I don't know that. I think it's the same for the fucking raptors, but don't remember. Not completely, that is. Was our elder tiger? Was our dead elder tiger? I mean, you know, after everybody has gone through this area, you should assume that the wild levels just not existent any longer because everything has been killed over and over and over. Basically overhunting. Lucky enough, game wars don't suffer from that. That would be a pain in the ass. Come to the Stringers of Vale, there's nothing there. Everything is just dead. See a giant mountain of carcasses everywhere, rotting. I mean, it would be kinda cool, honestly, of a feature to introduce that into a game. The problem is, though, at some point you would lose all of the opportunities to do any of the quests in the area, and then you'd be hacking some new players out of the leveling experience in any given area. You probably would have to reset the areas. I mean, you can probably get away with that, going like, yeah, magic. Then people would complain because they can't do it whenever the fuck they please. I can absolutely see that. People can be little bitches like that. I mean, technically this is not the only area you can level in. It's just one of the more better ones, I suppose. It's hard to say. It is better because it's more efficient, basically, than some of the alternatives. But it's not the only one you can indulge in at this level. Basically. And with people being people, I suppose, that makes sense. Do not tempt them into fucking complaining, because they will complain a lot. Even half a fucking chance. No. Yeah. My nose is getting fucking clogged up again. That's great. Oh, well, it's lovely being sick, isn't it? Just fucking lovely, I tell ya. It's what we all need in our lives. A bit of sickness. Funny, isn't it? When I get down with the sickness, I don't get a nice song out of it. I just feel shitty. Oh, fucking well. It is what it is. How many more do I need? 2? Well, 1. Then we go swimming. That's certainly not a decision I'm gonna regret really, really quickly. Totally not. People. Neat little succubus. And again, the party started already like an hour ago, so a bit late, but alas. Shall be allowed. Shall be allowed. Now then. Enough tiger slain. Now comes the, oh boy, I'm not looking forward to this part. Into the water we shall go, indulging ourselves most profoundly, and making sure that the suffering is real. Well, don't want to have anything to do with you, because if I don't have to, I don't want to. Simple as that, quite literally. Also because these cans actually don't give me the shrunken heads if memory serves. Which would make it a giant fucking waste of my time. I don't think you're the right one. Get me to the water, please. Big cuntish croc. You will die now. You should know better than to fucking attack me. It's like, but that's my own life existence. I have nothing else. Well. Be aware then that you will have even less in a very short beat. That. A barrel of sweet nectar. That was tempting considering that that's what I'm using. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. Then comes the pain. vile reef. It is vile, just so you know. Okay, first things first. Where is the item we need to pick up? Because if we can get close to that and get that out of the way, gonna shave me some trouble, basically. And then we need to get those encrusted tail fins. Ah, such a pain. Such a pain it shall be. Okay. That's what we need, right? Yes. Indeed what we need. Since we're talking about Murlocs here, we have one distinct problem. These cunts run away. And that is of course not good for us. Like at fucking all.
I can't cast it yet.
Okay, that really is a pain in the ass to do, isn't it? And then he runs away. Precisely what I was expecting. As long as he runs away, basically anywhere where there is no enemy, I don't give two shits about it. He does, however, run away where there are enemies. I'm not gonna be happy. I'm not gonna be happy at fucking all. Oh well, oh well, oh well.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Well then, let's steal that, most profoundly. Then we need to kill a few more of these cunts. Not gonna feel good. I can tell you as much. Also, the problem is we can't actually sit down and fucking eat or drink. Because we're fucking underwater. Is there anywhere we could do that, reasonably speaking? I mean, maybe if I can crawl up on that thing, we can. Otherwise, this is going to be even more of a pain in my ass. Can you maybe just might seem like a bit uncomfortable sitting there on that fucking mountain and drinking most heartily, but you know, it works. That's all that fucking matters. Ah, killing more of those cunts though. Yeah, it's gonna be bloody painful. Elite monsters do have a lot too much in the way of health. You ask me. I mean, I get it. That's how it's supposed to be. Technically speaking, they're supposed to be fucking strong little ass cunts.
I can't cast that yet.
But you get over here, please. Of course not. That's gonna be a pain in my fucking ass, isn't it? Oh, you're gonna be a pain in my ass, aren't you?
That spell isn't ready yet.
Okay, let's help along, shall we? At least we only got one of the guns. For a second I was kind of worried that they would be pulling the others, but that luckily didn't came to pass. If I can get this one, this is a warrior. He's gonna get close to me. I'm relatively sure. Yeah, better than nothing. As long as the drop rate for those fucking things is not absolutely abysmal, no, we will get this done. In a timely fashion. A relatively timely fashion, mind you. We've quite a lot of XP though. All things considered, that's kinda understandable. Now you up again, take a break again. How many do we have? We have 4 out of 10. Yeah, so far this has been rather successful. Means we can probably get it done. And we already have that part of the tablet anyway. So not bad, I suppose. Not bad at all. Yeah, kinda happy with that. Goes well so far. So. And just a few minor more people. And then we technically speaking need to get our hands on 20 fucking shrunken heads, which is gonna be royal pain in the ass too, but at least not elite mob royal pain in the ass. That alone is gonna make this a lot more bearable. Yeah, you little oracle. Sure hope you're aware that this will be your last day on Earth. You will die now. Shaffa is a bird of shot. Basically. Yeah, take a shadow bolt. I rarely use that. It's such a waste of fucking mana anyway. When you think about it. Then again, you know, when you don't have an option, you kind of have to go for it.
That's still recharging.
How I hate it when enemies can heal themselves. Okay, cheap shot, honestly. Cheap as fuck. Hey, that's a warrior, isn't it? Yeah, it's another warrior. I really wouldn't deal with them. But alas, if I have to, I have to. I mean, I could fear him, but considering where we are, I have a distinct feeling that that is going to backfire on me most horrendously. So now I would kinda like to avoid that. Okay, so basically our limit is like 2 of them until we run out of health and fucking mana. Yeah, that is not good. Which means, since we have 5 now... Why do we have 5? We should have 6, shouldn't we? I'm pretty sure there was... one more. Okay, could you stop following me at some point? You're kinda getting to me at this point. Strange. Pretty sure we had... Oh yeah, now it's 6. I was about to say, we should have one more. Okay, make it even more painful for me. Okay, so 2 more rounds of that and we'll be done. Sounds doable. Not great, but doable. That's all we ever need. All we ever wanted, all we ever needed. Some encrusted tail fins. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, that seems a bit dangerous. Rather have a few more, a bit more alone, like this cunt.
That spell isn't ready yet.
The more alone and isolated they are, the better for me, honestly. Can't even argue with that point.
That's still recharging.
Da-da-da-dum, just killing some fucking Night Lords. And there are such creatures. Okay, there's a hunter, and he's pretty damn alone. We can probably deal with him. Da-da-da-dum. Stealing all of your shit. And in this particular case, you fucking elf. He's precisely the shit we want to get our hands on.
I can't cast that yet.
Oh, you can, don't you worry about that. Just gonna take you a while to realize it. That's really not the direction I wanted you to go in.
I need to get closer.
Yeah, level 36. Yeah, shouldn't be too aggressive about me. I'm a lot higher level than you. Well, some hopes and dreams, but sadly they weren't met. Painful. Okay. And one more diving round and we'll have it. God bless that. And honestly, a bit of a pain in the ass. Still though, a doable pain in the ass, to be fair. It could have been a lot worse. As long as it's not worse than that, I'm not having much of trouble with it. Anyway, we can probably go up the coast and start killing there to get some of the fucking Runkenheads. Only 20 of them, which is quite a lot, honestly. I don't remember too much about the drop rate of these particular cuntish little things, but as usual, let's assume the worst first and be nicely surprised later. Seems like a good plan, as I'm concerned. We'll see, we'll see. One way or the other. Now then, time to kill you. After all, you were the asshole who was already fucking chased me. Anyway.
That's still recharging.
Come on, I know you're gonna run out. Damn. Now then. Time for you to die. Well, he managed to escape quite far. Into the fucking wall, to be precise. Didn't do much good, though. Didn't do him any good at fucking all. Now, then we can probably get our hands on that fucking warrior without drawing too much attention. Does do rather well for us. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, the very fucking fact that you get a fucking quest in 1,000 needles for fucking stuff here is very telling, isn't it? Very telling indeed. Those were the days. That's a good direction for you to go in. Yes. Continue. Now I'll take your shit. Be fucking done with it. And then we'll just nice and easily swim up north. Actually, we can swim a lot more north, namely like this. Then we're gonna collect some fucking shrunken heads. So, the genius plan I have randomly decided, of course. I'm not 100% sure, but I do remember there being an entrance somewhere in the back. I think that is somewhere around here anyway, so that's probably going to work well for us. Hopefully, maybe, potentially. No, I'm not saying I remember it 100%, but I do remember something like that. We'll see how that works out in practice. We'll see indeed. A distinct feeling we would be quite a bit faster if we were on land, but then again, fucking crocodiles everywhere. I kinda would like to not engage them unnecessarily. That's strange. I wouldn't say that, Robert. Yet is, by every definition, a bit confusing. Maybe we just need to kill a few and see what happens. To be fair, we don't really have any other options. Is that just stuff that you find on the ground? I'm relatively sure it's not. There are some special enemies that have that shit. Headhunter, to be precise. I mean, that seems kind of fitting, to be fair. I'll admit that much. The question is, can we find a few of those alone? Rather than fucking giant groups of enemies. I really don't feel the need to kill like fucking 10 trolls to get to one. Look, that's an ideal target. Ever seen one? That would be it. Alone, separated from his people, unaware of the dangers of the world. He'll learn very quickly that that was not a good choice of his. Look at that. 2 of them. My. Can't really say no to such a nice offer, can I now?
That's still recharging.
Stop recharging then and actually cast your spell, you mongoloid. Disgusting. Don't make me wait for it. So we can put you on defensive again. Because, you know, little succubus does take a lot of damage, unsupervised. Makes you actually hope that they would be more successful hunters and actually have more than just one fucking head on them, but alas. Not the best headhunters I've ever seen, considering the fact that they all have basically just one. Like, well, we have one, yay! Yes, looks at him like, yes, you should have more. Berserker, Berserker, Headhunter. Okay, I need to kinda kill the Berserker there. He's in the way. I can already somewhat foresee this quest could turn into a bit of a pain in the ass. By that I mean quite a bit of a pain in the ass. There's a Headhunter, there's a Mystic. Okay, that's strange. I did not foresee that. But alas, there seems to be another one. I mean, I'm not saying no to that. I can use the experience. And the fucking chance for more heads. Team of 2 of them, eh? Succubus is not really too healthy at the moment, though. We would probably die trying to take them. About some excessive help from my part, that is. I can probably take that damage. Not too much worry there. Because, you know, I can heal in combat. Kinda useful of an ability to have. Kinda useful indeed. That guy was a more successful hunter. Look at that. Yet a lot more heads. Probably don't have the best chances to get more of those, though. You know, the successful ones. Probably not. Oh well. And killing 11 more of them doesn't really sound like that much trouble, fairly speaking. Yeah, not really that tough. Quite frankly. They're pretending to be tough. It is not going to work. Maybe after this we gotta talk to Hemingway's little camp people. Get some shit done. And then... Actually, good question. I think we could pick up the next set of quests, because that should be the last quests in the hunting. You know. Would be because I need to. More headhunters. How nice of them to just randomly sit precisely where I need them. Isn't that a nice thing of them? And yes, I say the roles aren't, you know, welcoming people. Said, well, looking at the fact that these people are quite literally headhunters. Would take your head and make shrunken heads out of them. Oh, I'm out of mana.
My mana is low.
Might have been a bit of a overly ambitious plan of mine. Witch Doctor, Berserker. There's another headhunt up there. I mean, I kinda not want to go up there because it's a pain. But you know what to say when you don't have a choice. Don't fucking complain about it. Also progress, not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 basically bars left. That's not much. Yeah, blow up. Look, it's a headhunter, and he's coming down here. He's like, yeah. I hear you like slaying my kind, so I'm gonna come to you. And he's like, you know what? Maybe not the best choice. Maybe I shouldn't. Which means there are 2 more headhunters up there. It is rather nice. Look at me, becoming a master of swords. Hello, headhunter. Boy, headhunter. Existence is not longer needed. You too, as a headhunter, are not welcome in these ports.
Not ready yet.
Yes, 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 just do it. Believe in yourself, little undead, like I believe in you. The question is, how the fuck are we gonna get to Hemingway from here, though? I mean, we could try to run right through their fucking camp. Bit of a challenge to survive that is. But hey, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained, they say. Pretty sure they have a good reason for saying that. They're like, oh, enemy, oh. And so far they haven't managed to stop me. That's what I'm like, whoa, whoa, what's that? Why is there somebody running through our camp? What's that nonsense? We'll do something about that. Then they realize they fucking can't. Idiots. Idiots, all of them. Now then, oops. I click outside of the window, which immediately makes the window go like, fucking you. Down, down, down. Well, that worked surprisingly better than I had anticipated. To be fair. I'm expecting a bit more trouble. To be very honest, running through a whole fucking ruin of fucking trolls, but apparently luck was on our side in this particular case. Wow, you really want to die, kitty, eh? Oh, quite literally, level 31. You're going for your own death sentence there. Jesus Christ.
Can I help you?
Kill Sindal. Yeah, those are the last ones.
What's on your mind?
General Stucker still. For fuck's sake. Probably. Yeah,
Keep your feet on the ground.
Since we don't actually have that much space in our fucking inventory, we'll do that at a not necessarily later date. We're gonna pick up the quest a bit later, basically. Is what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a quest item. Yeah, it's a quest item. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we can sell medium leather. That's not really worth keeping.
Be careful.
Now then, let me see. We do need to kill a few more venture people, and that probably not a bad start point for the next thing. Let's see, that was, I think, I have 2 quests for that. Genau. Goblin spawn to sheep and hostile takeover. Another 2 quests we have to do there. I think for one we need to actually climb one of the buildings again, which is fucking fun. For the other we just need to kill a few people and get their stuff. Yeah, there's the structure. Oh look, a sharp tooth frenzy. Screw you, fish. They have better things to do than deal with you. Quite literally in this case. We have better things to do. Like taking over the fucking adventure people's buildings. Now the question is, as usual, I think we need to go up that platform thing. I think. Or maybe it's in the building back there. Let's see. It does look like it's up there. Huh. I do kind of think we should probably still try to go up here. So I remember going up there for some mystical reason. So I'm assuming there's gonna be something up there. I know, assumptions, but you know, sometimes your assumptions are kind of right. It worked well. Was it not at the end of the day? It's free XP. Far worse things in this universe than free fucking XP, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, we need to kill geologists. The little crystals. That actually helps with my booty bay reputation. Not a bad deal. I kill people and other people like me for it. Like, hey, deal. A very good deal. Now then, I'm assuming there's gotta be at least 2 guns up here. Assuming there's gonna be some named mob inside there at least. Don't remember. I think you get a quest up here or something. I don't fucking remember off the top of my head, to be fair. I do think there is a reason to go up here. I'm not gonna call that 100%, mind you, because it's been a while. I do think so. I kinda knew it. There was a sound like it. It sounded like I'm gonna be attacked soon. Sadly, I was right. Yeah, I have the key. Do I need that key? I think I need that key to open the chest where we get the item. Yeah, that could actually be it. I don't remember precisely, but I think that's how it goes, basically. You know, I know, assumptions, but I do think that's basically how the story goes. Because if you go in there first, you just realize that the fucking chest is closed, so you can't actually get shit. And then you need to go up here anyway. Basically, I just saved myself the trouble. That's what I'm saying. Smart move, yes. Okay, so now we need to kill a few more geologists, but before we do that, we'll take a quick look at the fucking house. Yep. I was actually right. Okay. Now we just kill a few more geologists to get this shit. We go back to the base camp and then... I think there's a continuation of that defense of Cromwell quest that we could potentially do, because it's relatively close by. And it should give us all of the XP we need. And of course, they turn out to have a fucking annoying drop rate. I mean, fair, I'm not surprised. Just, you know, mildly annoyed as usual. Can't really do much about that, I suppose. Well, 1 out of 8. 1 out of 8 indeed. Just a tiny bit more.
Let's get this party started.
It was later, isn't it? I should be. I have a late shift tomorrow anyway. I can get this shit done. I'm reasonably sure at least. How much is left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that is definitely doable. Just 5 little bars left.
I'm out of range.
It's like, that is nothing. That is indeed very much or nothing. And I would really enjoy it if those geologists would stop being little cunts about it and just give me their fucking crystals. Instead of being, you know, little cunts about it.
That spell isn't ready yet. I need more mana. That's still recharging.
It is not going as well as I hoped. Just because I'm out of mana, to be fair. That is the main problem at the moment. And then let's steal some help from him, so that we don't fucking randomly die to a random fucking asshole. I would like to avoid that. Would not make me feel good. Okay. Time for a stiff drink. Well, can of juice, to be fair. Very stiff. Phew.
Never gets
Now we do this one, then we need some skins from the crocs, so we can do those two on the way. I'm pretty sure they're around here. And we can get that done and dealt with, and then back to the Grom Goal base camp, basically. That should be reasonably speaking all we need to do. Question mark. Maybe, potentially, you know, hopes and dreams and all of that. And we're just going off the amount of XP we need. Yeah, can be made, can make some assumptions there, yes. Another dead one, another dead one. Oh, I'm playing and I think it's very difficult by myself. Which case it was very difficult by myself. Fair point. Shit ain't easy. You're making a very good point there. But then again, you know, the past is not made to be nice, to put it mildly. That does not make it easier. So, hello, you're pretty new, aren't you? Let's start off on the right foot. Nice hello goes a long way, doesn't it? Yeah, because the introduction of gear score was and will always be just fucking cancer. Never liked that concept. It doesn't tell you much apart from the ability of an individual to farm for shit for a bit. You know, I have good connections, to be fair. Ah, such a pain in the ass. Yes, go on. They should have never started with that. Well. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that indeed. And, well, I guess keep chugging. I mean, what else can you do? If you actually wanna get shit done. But still. I'm not gonna start another rant on fucking gear score because that's not shall be. Gear score is cancer. Test cancer this has always been cancer, yes, that's the whole point. I'm not gonna indulge that. To put it mildly. Yes, bap. Never liked the concept because it makes people assholes going like, well, we only look at your gear score, everything else is completely irrelevant to us. But your gear score. Painful. Frustrates a lot of people. Because it could create another unnecessary hurdle to get over to get into content that you want to get into. Let's focus on killing some adventure people and enjoy Classic. A time when gear score was not a thing yet. I mean, look at this shit. Back then, no gear score. Look at this happy little undead. Look how happy he looks. Fighting things, not having to worry about that. Yes, he's a happy little lad. A very happy little lad, all things considered. And then came that shit. ICC. Well, to be fair, ICC was the last time I was decently serious, and I do remember that whole gear score nonsense going on and hating it. a single second of it. But I think I started having a lot more fun, generally speaking, with WoW in general, after I stopped taking it too serious. Yeah, kind of saddening when you think about it, but that's kind of how it rolls. Sad as it is, but the truth is the truth is the truth. This is the truth of the matter. Yes, very much so. I'm gonna get a few more crocs and then we'll be on our way back to Gromgol base camp. Being based. Very based. Oh look, I found another cunt who seriously just wants to fucking die. Ah, strange that is, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yeah, there's surprisingly much activity, isn't there? Interesting. Just took a quick look over at YouTube. You know, I usually don't bother too much because there's not enough activity to justify taking excessive looks at it. Well, you know, Twitch is a thing. But well, today I can see actually a lot of things going on, interestingly enough. I kind of find that surprising. Maybe it's actually because we're playing WoW. Maybe WoW is more popular on YouTube. I don't know, maybe. I can see WoW still being relatively popular, even after all these years. Because you know, even though people have time and time again claimed that WoW is dead or that they have created the WoW killer, it never really worked out that way. Much as I hate Blizzard as a company, mind you, I don't see WoW disappearing anytime soon. That's probably gonna still be around for a few years, at the very least. I mean, technically speaking, it will be around as long as it makes Blizzard money, and I'm pretty sure it does still make quite a nice amount of money. Because, you know, when people are like, yeah, but WoW's player base is shrinking, it's like, yes, but they started at like millions of player base. Even if that millions are shrinking, even if it's shrinking by like a million, I still have a few more to go through before they're actually running dry. You know, probably not gonna be disappearing anytime soon. Personally, I'm not too against that, honestly. WoW is still an okay game, even though I'm not too much a fan of where retail WoW is right now. And I'm probably not going to indulge the... what's the new one? Dragonflight? I'm pretty sure it's Dragonflight or something like it. Dragon something at the very least. Expansion, because I kinda really don't feel the need to go there, also I'm not gonna play fucking Blizzard any money. Because fuck Blizzard. Most profoundly. That's something they brought on themselves from my point of view, so I'm not gonna bother with that. To kinda get the drift. Still kinda like that WoW is still around. That we can potentially go back and indulge when and if we so desire. I kinda like the option. And honestly, I have done pretty well in a few aspects. Starting with stuff like the art style, because that really is a timeless art style, if you want so. A bit different from the hyper-realistic approach that other companies take. Then again, that hyper-realistic approach usually doesn't age well. And when you think about it, WoW is old as sin at this point. I think we had almost, well, already at 20 years or so. And because they specifically choose graphics like this, more cartoony graphics, they age a lot better. Because they were from the very get-go not trying to be hyper fucking realistic about it. Smart move. Not know if they intended this with a sort of towards the longevity of this game when they decided on it, but it was a pretty damn well good choice for them, wasn't it? I mean, you know, you have to give it that much. And they probably were more lucky than anything else, to be fair. That is absolutely a thing. But not only were they just outright fucking lucky as sin, I also had a very good nose. Where the fuck am I pausing? I can just teleport there. I'm a fucking idiot. I forgot I had my heartstone set there. And by that I mean I completely fucking forgot about that. Well, it's been a few days since we played last, so that probably had an effect on that. To be fair.
What do you need?
I wants you to kill 10 overbrutes. Yeah, I knew that would be another question. That is, yep, right down there. I fucking knew it.
How you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. Not really well.
Spirits, relax.
Yes.
What can I help you with?
You can buy all of the shit I have in my inventory. For starters. That would indeed help. Yes, yes, yes.
Go with honor.
Okay, while we're here we can probably kill those bitches quickly. Because it's basically the way we do this, then we go back, and we go down to Booty Bay, because we have a few quests down there to turn into. And we can probably take a trip over to, no, before that we should probably go to the city, I think. Yeah, that's probably for the better. Go to the teacher, get that done with immediately. Yeah. I have a plan. Might not be a good plan, mind you, but a plan is a plan is a plan.
I need to get closer.
Do we now? Do we really need to get closer though? A question for the ages. Do we have to or do we need to? Two very important questions when it comes to questing. Lots and lots of brutes. But we need to find some witch doctors. Why show me too hard? I mean, it's kind of nice. The quest is basically right next door, so, you know, we don't have to run fucking long ways in order to get to it. Josh is rather nice. As I said, you know, Strangle's Veil. You can like it, you can dislike it, but you can't really argue with the fact that it's, relatively speaking, pretty, or can be made into a pretty efficient leveling area. You can do it a lot less efficient, technically speaking. That's an option. I don't really know why you would do it, but when you've leveled a few characters, like 1, 2, 3, maybe, you probably know, generally speaking, the path that you should take in order to make it relatively efficient. Because you know, you just remember, if you think, like, oh yeah, I can do this quest here and this quest there, and then I'll just go like, yes, works. Doesn't really take much, so to speak, to figure it out. And a little witch doctor. I'll do the next sacrifice on my altar of awesomeness. Not really that much in the way of witch doctors. I had kind of hoped for a few more. But there could be a few more up there. Technically speaking. makes me slow. That's what it does. That is not nice. Dum dum. Dum, dum, dum.
Let's get this card.
And there's a witch doctor. Good, because they seem to be relatively rare actually. Which does kind of fuck with me. 3 have been slain. 2 more to go. Alas, it is what it is. Really aren't that many fucking witch doctors around, which is kind of pocket with me. That means worst case scenario we kinda have to wait for a bit of a respawn, and I kinda don't want to.
Never.
Kinda don't want to. Dip, dip,
Too
dip.
far away.
Okay, we're kinda out of juice here. And I have to sit down and get some more juice. Phew. Now then, 3 more brutes, 2 more witch doctorlies, and we're done with this shit. Not much more at all. I'm surprised about the sheer lack of fucking witch doctors. Really aren't that many. Kinda hoping for a few more. That will actually save me some time. Excuse me. Alas. Don't have everything. Ziggler. Decker. And while it does look nice and snazzy and blue, not really gonna be helpful now, is it? Okay, 1 more brute. I think the problem is gonna be finding the last 2 witch doctors. We might actually have to wait out the fucking respawn for once. I don't like that, but you know, when you don't have a choice, you don't really have a choice. You know, bitching and moaning about it does not really help in that particular circumstance. Yes, another brute. The last one in the reach. We're finally done with that shit. More witch doctors though. I mean, I do know there were some in this fucking ruin and they should respawn soonish. Soonish being the keyword here. And I don't like to fucking wait. like a fucking idiot. I would rather like to do something. Take a bit more of a, you know, proactive approach to killing things. Which I do think, though, sadly, will not be much of an option, because I don't really see what I see, or what I want to see. It is indeed rather saddening. Saddening indeed. Yes, yes. The sadness, which is real. It is there, it exists. Fucking witch doctors. I knew those cunts would be the problem. The fucking stone that stops me. Brute. A very sad brute. And soon, a very dead brute, mind you. You died. Like so many others of your kind have before you. Just what you deserve. Get some nice sword trading in there. Okay. One more witch doctor, please. How convenient. How convenient indeed. And we can go back. Then before we sail down to because I think that's enough to reach level 40. We'll quickly take a quick trip back to Undercity to talk with our teacher about, you know, acquiring a demon mount of demoness. Yes. I mean, we could mount our demoness too, but I think that has other implications going on there. Just, you know, tiny little bit. But yeah, that serves a whole other purpose, doesn't it? That quests. Really don't know if I want to go for it. I mean, it's okay-ish, but it's
Blood and thunder.
a bit too much work, honestly, for my own taste. It's one of those moments where it's like, yes, but no. What was it? Yeah, right, I need to quickly look at something. Give me a second. Now, right here. Now, two. Fiction or pact.
Yo! Keep it real!
That's the one we need. Now we have to that pet. We can steal mana from a little pet and take it for ourselves. It's quite a useful ability, honestly. It's not necessarily that big of a deal, but it is kind of nice to have, if you know. Now I'm gonna prepare myself a new pipe because I'm empty and we need to wait anyway. Then we go back to Undercity. From there we're going to take on the quest to get a mount, which is going to, if memory serves, send us over to Ratchet anyway, so we need to go to Wuji Bay to get shit done, basically. Take a ship. You see, I have a plan. We have a plan indeed. Plan indeed, a plan indeed. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Technically speaking, I'm still fucking rested, hey. Ah, level 40. That's such a nice tone change. Suddenly things look a lot different. That was quite a magical moment, honestly, I would like to say. We haven't experienced it back in the day. And, well, I mean, we probably never will because, well, times have changed. But, playing this classic has given me at least a taste for it. Again, struggle, times it takes, fucking 40 levels of just walking. And, if I look at my bank, see that I have 44 gold. Now if I wear another class that doesn't get a bet, doesn't get a mount, I would have to pay around about 100 gold in order to get the ability to ride. So many people, I mean like myself here, would actually not be able to afford a fucking mount at level 40 and would continue to run around. Which wasn't the main reason why I chose the Warlock back in the day. There was a good reasoning for why I wanted a pet class. But once I actually reached level 40 and I realized what sort of gift horse I'm getting. Yeah. I mean, you know, I don't want to overplay this, but I wept tears of joy because I was like, yes, yes. King, yes. I was about to say, you look a bit less leveled than necessarily good for this area. It's gonna be awesome. And you wanna get ourselves a little ridey thingy. It's gonna be enjoyable. Such a nice world though they have created. You have to give Blizzard that much. At some point, they had some really talented people who actually built really cool walls. Don't think many of those are left though at this point. Bad as that might be. I've taken the wrong one, haven't I? I have. Well, it doesn't really matter. I think the guy in Dujota can give me the same quest anyway. Yeah, Dujota, Obrama. That was a bit stupid of me. Well, it should be around the same amount of running anyway, so I don't really change much in the long run. I was kind of feeling like I was standing on the wrong side. Yeah, but apparently, my brain failed to correct it. My brain was like, horsey, nice. That was what my brain was going for. Brain in a nutshell. Oh, this is what it wants to see. How to run for the win. Kind of saddening though, to see the classic world so empty of people. I mean, I get it. And when once you reach level 16, you maybe have done a few raids, gotten your equipment and stuff. You don't really have anything else to do. You done. You beat the game. Considering that they brought Classic back like 2019, I guess most of the servers are deadening at this point. I mean, there's a reason why you always need new content. I get that. Still kinda saddening though. Because the world should not be that empty. But literally not. Just 8, eh? That's not enough. I'm gonna quickly put this in the bank.
Speak.
Did too. As for the rest, we can probably sell that shit. Wait a second. Actually, it's really wasteful to have that. Let's quest item, quest item, quest item. The rest we can just
Victory.
sell. Hier, du Redoweed. Mensch, dit is het oude ook maar. With the bank in the middle. Not the fucking war chief hut. There's not a good reason I would have the war chief hut at the back and not in the front. Because people would actually still go for raids into the major cities to kill the leaders. That is a bit of a pain in the ass. It also means that you would want to have your leaders far away from the entrance. But that sadly died out too. Rather saddening, honestly. Tasty and cherry. Even my nose, I can't smell that much at the moment. Can't get a hint of fucking cherry out of it. Ah, rather pleasant. Rather pleasant indeed. Yes, yes. Into the shadows we go. Ah, da, da, da. Whoop.
Trollhall.
Shaman Fellsteed. I say you're not prepared, but it is not my decision. Strahd feels otherwise, and it's his decision to make. This time. He wishes to speak to you, and quickly. You'll find him still above Ratchet in the Barrens, in his little tower there with his acolytes. Not all along.
Dabu.
Dabu deed.
Zug.
Let me see, what do we have to offer? Howl of Terror. Nice. I don't really need it. Not at the moment, at least. But I'm gonna buy rank 1 at least. Might be a situation where I'm happy to have it. Not strictly need, because usually you'll use Fear. That's basically it. Oh, a new rank of Demon Armor. I'll take that. Thank you very much. A new rank of Emerald. I thought Rogue were coming here. Now, where is that? Yeah, excuse me. There's the fucking Howl of Terror. I'm not gonna use it often. We're just gonna put it here for the moment. Then Demon Armor. Rank 3. Okay, that was that. Now we need to go back to Booty Bay. And we take the ship over to Ratchet. We could fly to Ratchet from here, but I kind of would like to combine that with taking care of a few quests basically along the way. So we get that all done. You know, be efficient about it, basically, is the idea here. Restore 11 health every 5 seconds. That's not much, honestly. But hey, health regeneration every little bit helps. Quite a bit, actually. Since my health is basically a second mana pool, I can use and misuse however I see fit. So you know, having some health regeneration is quite a detail. Lots of surprisingly little food left. And I need to deal with that. Like so many other things you need to deal with. Soon we'll have it. Took a bit longer than anticipated, but roughly thinking 2, maybe 2.5 hours it would take us to get to this point. And we're now at, what, 2:40? Yeah. So I was roughly right. Just roughly though. The rest should be not much. Easy enough.
What's up?
Show you real jungle cat.
Careful out there.
Those little goblins. Being fucking little fucking midges. They really want to get fucked by everything that is bigger than them. I do mean that in a quite literal sense. Quite interesting. Those little gobos. I do like the starting areas of the goblins though. It is just as fucking crazy as you would assume it would be. One of the better aspects of Cataclysms that they had added. Good times. And again, you know, Cataclysm was itty and missy at the same time. Didn't like the Worgen much, honestly. Just because you couldn't skin fucking Worgens any longer, you know, as in the normal NPC monsters, which kinda sucks. Goblins were kinda cool though. That starting area I had a lot of fun with. And the whole remaking of the old world. That I don't really know about, honestly. I wasn't too happy with it, let's just say. I liked the idea of being able to fly around the old world, yes. Very much so. I didn't really like what they did with the old world. I mean, sure, just a matter of taste at the end, but yeah, that's how it is with taste. Can't really argue about it. Everyone has their own. I never use this, do I? I mean, that's the sort of ability you would use on bosses to get more out of your curses, I suppose, but I hadn't really any opportunity to go into any boss fights. Kinda saddening, honestly, when you think about it, but yeah, it's a dead server, what can you say? Pretty hard to get a group together. We had some dungeons, at the very least. I'm kinda happy with that, but I haven't even been to the Scarlet Monastery yet. That really sucks. I spent so many runs in the fucking cathedral part of the monastery. Killing fucking white mane over and over again, because everyone and their fucking grandma wanted that fucking hat. It's a cool hat, mind you. Yeah. Memories. Good memories of good times, yes. Quite enjoyable. Back into the jungle we go. Then we're gonna quickly play over the booty bay. Put away a few more quests. Then I probably would continue questing. I mean, we could go into the what's it called? Black Marshes? I want to say Black Marshes. I'm not too sure though. Testfellow Marsh. Oops. That's the one I was talking about.
Zug zug.
Yeah, zug yourself.
Yum.
Zug me over to Booty Bay, please. We need to do something about my nose though. It's really fucking with me. And it's fucking with my voice, which is also not nicest thing. Yes, sir. That came out of nowhere. Talking about my nose. Sneeze, sadly. Random sneeze, random sneeze. Da, 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 da. Oh, nose itchy. Statue. Goblins in a nutshell. And they do consider themselves far bigger than they actually are. Which seems to be quite the normal state for small creatures to be in.
Adventure awaits.
It's a fucking long quest, I know.
What's up?
Got a goblin sponsoring shit.
Glad I could help.
Let's see here. Agility is pretty useless, but more detect spirit.
Hurry back. Yo,
Yo, indeed.
keep it real.
Don't really want to be bothered by that. Or we take the ship over to Richit. Then We'll have done all of the cool things. Still reliable weapons. Oh yeah, that's what yeah. That's another one of those quests. Bit of a pain in the ass to do, especially on that server, because some of the requirements are usually crafty stuff that you need to get your hands on. Just a bit difficult. But hey, just for talking with one, you get some free XP. So you know, it's not bad to do. Get it out of your hair, basically. What? And then dust fellow marshals, eh? Not the worst area. Neither musical wise nor quest wise to do a bit of action in. Ah, yes. Time when you still just had to fucking wait it fucking out. Sometimes that's all you could. Sit around waiting, doing that. Because the fucking bow lets you wait. Ugh. Do know later on, ever more portals were made, so you didn't even need a mage to teleport to the main capital cities. And this, and I think actually the light points too got a lot more. So your waiting times were not reduced, basically, what I'm saying. And now we wait again. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I do like the reflection in the water. Sometimes gives a nice little touch, doesn't it? Look, we can see the sky, starry sky. Yes, very. But I'm not sure, but he's so. Over to which it we go. The Barrens, the great sea. Yes, very great sea. Resummon our little succubus. Succu. Pass.
You're in trouble now.
Yeah, I don't think I am. I think I will be in trouble if I don't go to bed relatively quickly, but It's a whole nother matter, isn't it? There we are. Yeah. All things considered, the way the quests for classes work, a bit of a pain because you actually have to go everywhere, meet with the people and get shit done. It does kind of feel more natural than just auto-learning them while you're going around. Never really liked that change, honestly. Felt like they made things unnecessarily too convenient for no good reason. I did like going back to my teacher every now and then to actually get some skills. But alas, that's a matter of opinion, honestly. As it always has been.
Well met. Safe travels.
Yes.
Chart of a Fellhound. Go to this blah blah blah.
Beware the living.
May your blades never dull.
Hey there.
Oh, there was a
Have a
reason
good
for
one.
that.
Mokra.
Great heirs and regeneration and the like. And you.
What would you ask of death?
Yeah, let's go for brute
Embrace
force.
the shadow.
Fight well, friend.
Now for you.
Can I help you?
So you've decided to grace my presence again. How kind of you. Hercules wondered if you'd ever show up. Told him there was no doubt. I was concerned. You're drawn in like a moth to the flame. I'll give you a reward for your patience and hard work. Know this, the ability to summon a Fell Steed will be much more difficult in the future. You'll have to earn it, and it will not be easy. For now, go with the power to summon such a creature, and use it as you see fit.
See you later. Hey there.
Good luck, Incius. I look forward to seeing you in the future.
Be careful.
Look at that! Got a flamey little horse! We got ourselves a horse! We are now 60% faster! Yeah, I mean, you know. It's not the 100% the epic one yet, super. That is a fucking help. This makes your adventure a lot quicker. Especially because you really had to walk the miles. This makes me feel good though. We have achieved precisely what we
I
wanted.
got the best deals anywhere.
One of those glorious moments, I tell ya. One of them glorious moments. Now then, how much does this give? 1, 3. It's basically dead. Ram bum rum.
Glad I could help.
Enjoy the view a bit more, shall we? Just like take a look at that cool little mount, isn't it great? Ooh, flamey. Evil. Yep. Was worth it, wasn't it? Dap, 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 dap. Dap. Bim. Ah, well. Well, we might not have achieved the initial goal, reaching level 60, but I kinda figured out it would end like this, basically, because, well, I'm far too flimsy in changing things up. So I kinda knew I would probably mess that up, but hey, level 40, we have a mount now. Pretty damn good start, I'd say, all things considered. Now, as I said at the very beginning, I'm going to give the same spiel again, because, you know, this is the last day I still have, I guess it's not even a day any longer, it's probably only a few hours. I still have a subscription that is going to run out. Well, as I said before, I'm a very staunch believer in keeping what you say. True, and I have said a long time ago, I will not give Blizzard any more money. Ever, because they don't fucking deserve it. They're an assholeish company, they do assholeish things. And, well, I'll keep with that. Which means the whole reason why we're playing this now is because, well, graciously, I have been granted a bit of money with the clear-cut purpose of, you know, getting a subscription and playing some WoW. The classic variant. Which I did, and I enjoyed it. I'm not against doing this again. Basically, is what I'm saying. If you want to see more of this, quite literally, you can get that. I'm willing to do so. But it means you have to pay for it. It means you have to give me the monies. It's like fucking 13 euros. On one hand, it's not much, on the other hand, it's a whole fucking 13 euros. You're probably better off spending that on yourself. But, you know, if you for some mysticistic reason absolutely want to see me play more of this, this is the option to do it, basically. Apart from that, and, well, I mean, nobody knows what sort of nonsense will happen in the future anyway, so I'm not saying this will be the end of it. Probably not. We'll probably return someday to play some more. But, you know, I'm just gonna put the option out there for you. And as long as you make it clear that this is precisely what you want, I'm going to do precisely that. I'm not going to make it exclusive, basically. So I'm not going to randomly start playing just a whole month of just WoW. That's really just not my style. I like to go through different games, whatever pleases me, basically. But of course, if paid to do so, I would invest a bit more time than I would usually do, so you would at least get maybe 2-3 streams per week, basically. It's a deal. It's an offer. It stands. You have heard it once in the beginning, you've heard it once more now, so you know what's up and how you can get what you potentially want. Always good to know your options at the very least. And as I said, you know, if you have 13 euros just fucking lying around, you may want to spend that on yourself though. Which I would probably recommend. Probably better. But yes. Because, at least for the moment, for the landed here, we have achieved our goal. He does not look pleased. He's going to be shelved for a bit, but it's his life for the moment. What a nice ride it was. Now, of course, as I said, who knows what the future might bring. So we might be back in unexpected ways at some point. But I'm not going to make any more promises in that regard. That said, it is also time for me to end it. It is getting rather late. 1 o'clock in the fucking morning, and I do have some work to do. I have the late shift though, so, you know, could be worse, could be worse. With that said though, I shall bid you adieu for the moment. Have a good one and all of that. And let me quickly see who dropped by, shall we? On the right side, at the YouTube side. Actually had quite a lot of activity here, Jesus fucking Christ. And let's see, we have little RP Baxter coming by, going like, oh man, question mark, and then disappearing. And we had little Cosmin coming also by, going for the gear score stuff, and a little Money Jack was for the server, which I apparently missed, which I'm very sorry for. But you know, got into it a bit, enjoyed it. Then on the left side, El Twitchico's side, we have first and foremost El Chronico himself coming by. We're like, I'm a Vesper now. I mean, if you're happy about that, then that's good, I suppose. And next we had a little strategy. just coming by and enjoying life. And last but not least, little Terry also coming by, realizing that yes, things don't just fix themselves. That's not how that works, sadly. Reality is a bitch when it comes to that, and that's just how the story goes, sadly. That said, I think that is everybody I can easily name. For everybody else on the more lurking side, do feel appreciated too. Pat yourself on the shoulder for a job well done indeed. And, well, I do hope to see you all again tomorrow with, well, I don't even know, because I haven't decided yet what we're gonna play. But I will play something. That at least I can tell you. With that said, once again, have a good one and